Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time we got another TNA, we got another review. This time we have TNA Lockdown from 2013. The night that history was made, my brother. So yeah, let's get this on the way, shall we? I've been looking forward to getting this one over and done with because, not over and done with, like I don't, I've been looking forward to getting this, doing this, review for a long time. And it was good to go down the memory lane for this one, because I remember being so hyped and, so excited for this one. First off, we got the DVDs right here. We got the American version of Lockdown 2013 here, and we got the UK version right here. So, pretty cool stuff. I like both covers. Looks cool. Let's get on with the show, shall we? I'm God all day, shall we say. And of course, you probably don't want to hear my voice for all day long. Anyway, we kicked off the show with the X Division Championship on the line. We had Christian York taking on Zema Ion versus the X Division Champion Kenny King. Solid opener. I loved, really good match, fun stuff. There was a scary spot. Early on when Kenny King went for a moonsault, a springboard moonsault, off to the outside, where he tried to use Zema Ion's back as the spring instead of the ropes, and he kind of didn't get enough spring in the springboard, and kind of he almost killed himself basically on the guardrail. It was a very frightening bump. Luckily, he was able to continue the match. And, from that point on, it was good, still good match, and, pretty cool opener. I really enjoyed it. Pretty cool opener, good solid opener, good stuff, good stuff to kick off the show. Then we had, the downfall of the show. We had Joseph Park versus Joey Ryan. This match didn't need to be on the show. When I saw it was announced, I was like, really? This match? Whew. And, the only thing I enjoyed about this match was Taz's commentary. Taz was being aces and eights heel commentator, and, he hates Joseph Park because he's a lawyer. So, that was the only fun part about the match. I didn't really care about the match too much. It didn't belong on the pay-per-view, in my opinion, and, I felt like, it should have been on, like, Explosion or something, like TNA's C show. So, didn't really care about Joseph Park against Joey Ryan. Let's move on. Then we had the third match on the card. We had the Knockout Championship match. We had Gail Kim taking on Velvet Sky, the champion, for the Knockout Championship. Good match. Man, I was a little bit distracted halfway through for a little bit of the match by Velvet's outfit. She had something written on it, and I was trying to figure out what it said. Basically, what I got from it was that on her top, it says "keep calm," and I was trying to figure out what the other part said, and apparently the other half was on her arse, on her tutu skirt, whatever you want to fucking call it. It basically said, "and let the pigeons loose." So keep calm and let the pigeons loose, which then pissed me off, because it made Velvet Sky a heel, in my opinion, because as you probably know from my reviews or my other videos, that outside my window I have a tree, and pigeons usually are in those trees making all the noises in the world at all the freaking early hours in the morning. But then it turns out recently I found out it actually wasn't pigeons, it was actually magpies. So yeah, but it's just a funny story there. Anyway, but back to the match. The match itself was alright. It was basically a backdrop to the real story at play, which was the snapping of the referee, Taryn Terrell, who was refereeing this match, and it was basically to set up the Taryn Terrell turning on Gail Kim and setting up their rivalry going into Slammiversary, which I'm very looking forward to revisiting that one, because I remember that match being insane, so I can't wait to relive that. But this was the way to get to that. It was like the bridge to get to that. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, pretty cool stuff right there. And I think it did its job to get where we needed to go. Next match we had Robbie E versus Robbie T. A bit like the Joseph Park versus Joey Ryan match. I didn't really care too much about this match. I understand there was a bit more of a storyline when it came to this match, but I didn't really care about it. I didn't care about it back in 2013 either. So yeah, I didn't care about this match too much, and I felt like it didn't belong on the pay-per-view. Like no disrespect to Robbie E or Robbie T, but I didn't feel like this needed to be on the pay-per-view. And I didn't really care too much about it. So moving on, moving on, we have the tag team titles on the line. We have Hernandez and Chavo, the challengers, taking on Bad Influence of Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian versus the tag team champions of Bobby Roode and Austin Aries. This match ruled. I love this match. I forgot about how good this match was. A solid multi-man tag team match, solid stuff. And Hernandez was on fire. Bobby Roode and Aries were great, and Daniels and Kazarian were great too. So, Chavo was there. So yeah, fun stuff. I feel bad for Chavo. Chavo held his own. I think Chavo was good. Chavo was good too. Oh, there you go. I'll put Chavo over there. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty fun stuff. Sorry, that was falling down. Jesus, that's me. Where did it? There you go. Yeah, match was pretty good. It was all a really cool match. I really liked the match, and yeah, not too much to say about that. And I liked the finish where Chavo looked like he was about to win with the frog splash, but as he was jumping to hit the move, Bobby Roode tagged his foot. So Roode was legal, and him and Aries stole the win. I like that. Pretty cool stuff. I wish Aries and Roode would have had the bouts a little bit longer, because I think they lose it like not long after this. Back to Chavo and Hernandez. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And yeah, moving on. Then we had like a 5-minute break where they could put up the steel cage because lockdown. This was the year where they decided to do only the main matches as steel cage matches. It wasn't an all steel cage pay-per-view. They only had the main matches as cage matches. I don't know how I feel about that. I like the old steel cage pay-per-view, but this was trying something different. But on this occasion, I actually think it worked because I don't think every match on this night needed to be in the cage, and I'm pretty happy that they went. Anyway, back to the card. The next match was the steel cage portion of the show. We had the Kurt Angle versus Wes Briscoe match. Was the first match of the steel cage portion. I thought this match was really good. I was going into it thinking, what, Wes Briscoe versus Kurt Angle? Like, wow, this is an easy match for Kurt Angle. And Wes held his own. I was actually kind of impressed by Wes. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, like, it wasn't like the greatest performance of all time or anything, but I was like, oh, he actually held his own against Kurt Angle. The finish was, it was what I will say about the match itself was I was impressed that I was happy that it was a safe steel cage match for Kurt Angle, because Kurt Angle has this thing when it comes to cage matches, especially in previous years, where he would jump off the cage, moonsault, and I'm glad that he didn't do this in this match. I'm pretty happy about that. It was a pretty safe steel cage match for Kurt Angle's standards, and yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. The finish made Kurt Angle kind of silly, where he knocked the ref over by accident, and then he escaped the cage by opening the door, shut the door behind him, and then turned his back to the ramp and started celebrating. and basically D'Lo Brown, that allows Aces and Eights, D'Lo Brown, to sneak in and beat up Kurt Angle, throw him into the cage, and then pull Wes out and allowing Wes Briscoe to get the victory. So pretty cheap victory, but yeah. Also, it's very weird to think about that Wes Briscoe owns a cage match victory over Kurt Angle. Crazy. Yeah. But apart from that, apart from the finish that made Kurt Angle look weak, a bit silly, I enjoyed the match. It was pretty cool. Speaking of matches I enjoyed, we had the co-main event. We had the Lethal Lockdown match. We had Team Aces and Eights, 5-on-5. We had Team Aces and Eights versus Team TNA. This match rules. I remember I was thinking this while I was watching it. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen. This might be just my opinion. I don't think I've ever seen a bad Lethal Lockdown match. Yeah, all War Games matches for that matter. Like, there probably is one out there. I just can't think of it. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But this match rules. I love this match. Like, you know, it's easy to follow. You know, 1-on-1, 2-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-3, 4-on-4, 5-on-4, 5-on-5, and then all the weapons get involved and just have this big carnage, and you know, whoever survives. And it's simple, and I liked it, and I thought it was awesome. Taz was hilarious on commentary again on this one, where for the first few minutes of it being 5-on-5, his boys, Aces and Eights, were getting their asses handed to them by Team TNA, and Taz was like, "Are we ever gonna get any advantage in this? Oh, have we actually done anything since?" I was like, "Yeah, no, we haven't." It was fun. Team TNA won in the end, and with Eric Young doing a massive dive off the top of the cage. Pretty cool stuff. I loved it. Loved every minute of it. Which brings it, and everything was all going bright and happy for Team TNA, and they got rid of the evil force that was Aces and Eights. Until that's what they thought. That brings us to the main event. We had the Impact World Champion Jeff Hardy taking on the challenger Bully Ray, who was doing it for his father-in-law, the general manager Hulk Hogan, and who says that by the end of the night, you got to make a guarantee that you got to make these people remember who you are by the end of the night. And by God, did Bully Ray do that all right? You remembered who he was at the end of the night, as his catchphrase is, "Do you know who I am?" He's Bully Ray. And this match ruled. Him and Jeff Hardy had a good fucking match. The spot that I forgot about in this match was the clear that Aces and Eights interfered early on in the match, and Bully and Jeff got rid of them. But I forgot that the part where they interfered in was the part where Bully was about to get hit with a Swanton bomb. So they actually came in to save Bully Ray. It looked a bit random when I first saw it back in 2013, but then watching it back, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, knowing exactly where it was going, it made a lot of sense. And I couldn't help but smile all the way through this because knowing exactly where it was going. And I remember back in 2013, I remember being a big fan of this and being a big fan of Aces and Eights and all that stuff, and Bully Ray. So knowing exactly where this was going, I had a big smile on my face. And I was like, oh man, I know where this is going, buddies. I know where this is going. I was like, Jeff, don't do it. Don't turn your back on him, Jeff. And it was fun. And yeah, it went exactly, it happened exactly the way I remembered it. And I had a good time watching it. Bully Ray joining the Aces and Eights and becoming the president and the world heavyweight champion, defeating Jeff Hardy. Awesome stuff. It brought a smile to my face, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it. As for the event itself, then that's it. As for the event itself, apart from the Joey Ryan, Josie Park match and the Robbie T, Robbie E match, which I didn't really care about, I enjoyed this show. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, pretty fun stuff. And yeah, awesome stuff. It was good to relive this event. It put a smile on my face, especially the ending with Bully Ray fooling the world. And that's it, guys, for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. And that's it for now.